Hey loves, welcome back to another episode of You Were Meant for More. I'm your host, Francina Yala, and whether let's start that again, rewind. Whether you're joining us live or on replay, I'm so grateful you're here. You guys, I'm taking it back to our vision board. Today's episode is very personal. I'm not just sharing a vision board, I'm sharing the life, identity, and alignment I'm intentionally choosing in this next season. And I want this so much for you. And sometimes we just need that little guidance, those steps to help us get there. And so I told you 2 weeks ago and last week that I was going to share my new vision board of 2026 with you. So definitely stay tuned. Let's jump into it. All right. So this isn't about trends. It's not about wishful thinking. It's about becoming the woman or man who can hold that vision. You got to set this frame up, right? I want you to listen today, not from comparison, but from curiosity. Ask yourself, what is being activated in me as I watch this? Okay. So a vision board isn't about manifestation alone. And we've talked about this before. It's about alignment. If the vision hasn't changed you internally, you won't success. I'm telling you guys, it is a tumble of words today. It won't sustain you externally. So as I walk you through my board, I'm going to share why each area matters, what it requires of me, and how I'm choosing to show up differently. So if something resonates with you, drop it in the comments. If something triggers you, stay with it. And I want to go ahead and bring this up, okay? All right, let's go, you guys, because this 2026 is going to be an impactful year for all of us. Stay with me because remember, I've made vision boards throughout the years, but again, if I'm not internally feeling that connection or understanding that I deserve better, it's remember the self-love, self-worth, forgiveness type of atmosphere that we have going on within our souls, you won't accomplish those goals. You have to be intentional and allow yourself to love you enough and know your worth enough to manifest and change your life. Okay. All right. This season isn't about amplification, not overworking. My voice is no longer optional. It's a sign. That means speaking even when it feels inconvenient. So leading even when it feels uncomfortable. Ooh, you guys. Like there's things that it's so funny because my mentor told me this year, every month I want you to do something that scares you. And sometimes when I do something, I'm like, how is this still scaring me? But remember, our minds are programmed and our bodies are programmed to protect us. And there's certain things that it holds on to. So when we start to become aware and we start to release these types of identities that our bodies have held on to, we start to release those burdens that ultimately have been holding us back. So again, stay with me here. All right. You guys, let's jump in. I'm going to share my screen. So I want to be able to share intentionally about what I've been up to and help you expand your mind, expand your business, your career, your goals, your opportunities, like travel. You guys know I absolutely love travel. I'm going to share some exciting stuff with you as well that's happening this year. Okay. So my business is expanding, but it's expanding with alignment, not hustle, not burnout, because I've done that so many times in the past. And so I wanted to kind of roughly share that with you guys. So I'm choosing conversations over chasing. I am connecting with so many people this year. Impact over ego. You have no idea how ego can affect you. Sustainability over speed. And then I want you guys to reflect on this. Where have you been shrinking your voice to stay comfortable? I know I've done it in the past and sometimes it comes up too. And I'm just like, what is that? I tend to question a lot of what happens in my thought processes. Okay. Sorry. Let me go ahead and jump into this now. Sharing my screen. Give me a hot minute as I do that. And let me know again, if you're joining me live, Let me know if you're joining me on replay. I want to know how you guys are feeling in this process. Take notes, ask questions. Let's dive into this, okay? Because I want a huge and successful 2026 for you. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen, and then let me share this. Here we go. Okay, bear with me here. So, let's see. I'm gonna just make it bigger so that you guys can see this full length, because if you're catching it on video, it's going to be awesome. Why is it not allowing me to share the design? Ooh, that's odd. I think Canva, here we go. They changed where their icons go. I do not want to record. Sorry, I just want to share. Let's see. There we go. Present. Sorry about that, you guys. All right, technology. Gotta love it. All right, let me just make sure it is sharing. Perfect. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Put me there. There we go. Okay, so take a look at this. Oh, like, what does it speak to you? Like, what are you seeing here? Is it something that you can relate to? Is it something that it feeds your soul? Is it something that's triggering you? Is it, whatever that may be? Just, I want you to process those emotions. Write it down. Is it exciting? Is it something that you want to do? Is it something that you're positioning yourself for in the new year? I mean, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to dive into it really quick. But first, let me pull up my notes because I want to make sure, again, that I'm centered with you all to make sure that you are getting the main bulletproof points of what I'm doing with this. Okay, here we go. All right. So I've done these areas that I really want to focus on: business, health, spirituality, travel, and wealth. Okay. My business has been growing over the last 7 years, and it came with a lot of ups and downs, but it came with a lot of understanding. I needed so much personal growth for myself. In order for me to get to my next level, I needed to be the person that God positioned me to be to get there. Okay, so in business, you guys, I have been asked to do retreats for my business, and it's business and spiritual. So it's like, I want to say yes to everything. You have no idea. This is so exciting. I want to say yes to it all. But I also have to understand my time and my energy comes with me planning out a year of stuff to do, of, events, of coaching, of travel, of relationships with my friends, relationship with my boyfriend. So like, things that we're doing together everywhere. It literally requires a lot of planning. And as much as I want to jump into it all, I need to have structure. My brain requires structure. And so it's exciting. And I've already had conversations about a retreat that's coming. And so stay tuned for that. More details are coming out on that. I'm still working with the Self-Love Mastermind right now. And I'm actually working on a beta system for that because I want to bring in more people, more impact, right, for 2026. So if you're interested, again, I'm going to share my link at the end so that you guys can book a call with me or even just visit the Self-Love Mastermind and join me there. All right. So business, I'm looking at retreats. I'm looking at, so right here at the top, I hope you guys can see my little arrow here. That is going to be my focus for later this year. Amplify Your Voice is a new segment we kicked off. Now, normally we're going to attach it to our shows. Now, we're not going to attach it to this show. We attached it last week, but not this week because I really wanted you guys to focus solely on the vision board, okay? And the understanding of how to be intentional about setting yourself up for success in this new year. So Amplify Your Voice is something that I'm going to be spearheading, or that we've already started spearheading for 2026. And I know the growth and the impact that it's going to be bringing. And, so we're looking for new sponsors. We're looking for new speakers to be part of the show. and so much more to come, you guys. And then I'm going to keep going to my right. So I have the heart balloons with the roses, and yes, newly relationship. And it's been 5 months. We're super happy, and I'm excited, so there's a lot of things to come, with that. And I just want to keep the momentum. We're great together, and hopefully we continue, and it goes on that. Again, I always give it to God. If God blesses it, then it's going to continue. And then one of the things that I wanted to focus on is this year too is I'm going across the way, you guys, so it's going to be out of order. Travel. So travel, you're going to see right below that, that's a picture of actual El Salvador. So my dad is originally from El Salvador, and my mom, her family dates back to Mexico, Sonora, Mexico. And so, there's just a lot of this, Latin heritage within us. And I'm excited about that. So I want to be able to visit my dad's country and see where he grew up. He left when he was 12 years old, and he came to the US with my uncles and aunts and things like that. So I want to be able to travel there. So my boyfriend's already gone. He went for his first time last year, and he wants us to go this year, and so does my dad. So I'm excited about that. So that's to come, right? So definitely put your travels down, you guys. Where do you want to visit? What do you want to see? And how are you going to make it happen? Be intentional about it. I have everything set up. So what I'm doing now, I don't know how many times I've created a list of things that I'm doing for the year, and I've written them out. I put things on paper. I put things in Google Docs. And most recently, I've been using ChatGPT for everything that I'm doing. And what I love about it is because it has a sidebar on the left, and they're not paying me or anything, but definitely promoting them. But they have a sidebar on the left that has all your chats. So that keeps me organized because I get to see like the areas that I'm focused on. So like I have my show details, I have my my trip details, because I'm coming up on a trip that I'm going to be sharing soon. And I have, what else am I working on? My media kit that I just did for the show. We had to update it this year. And we're growing rapidly. So thank you. Thank you. If you're new here, thank you for checking us out and the show. And then also, if you've been with me from the beginning or joined in later, thank you. Just truly grateful for you all. We've already jumped up to 17,000 views. So thank you. Thank you. And we're just going to continue to rock. Okay. So yeah, you guys, I'm being very intentional about these lists, and I'm going to quickly go over and let me see. Okay, so so I have things like my social media management is there. I have my 2026 goals, and everything is just lined up. And then the detailed planning, you guys, my son is going to be 30 next month, and I'm just like, wow. So, there's little things that I'm planning for him. So it's, again, a list is right there. So it's reminding me, what I still need to work on, because I know our lives sometimes are a mile a minute, but it keeps me organized. It keeps me structured so that I can go into each chat and be like, okay, what am I working on now? And then I create a Google Doc so I can put like my notes there and things like that. And I love using ChatGPT for ideas, because sometimes, my brain gets a little stuck, and it's like, I have this thought, an idea, and this process, but how can we put it all together? And that's usually what I do, and I love it. So I know that we talked about AI on our last episode, so you definitely got to rewatch that one. Okay. So this next one, which is the one way at the end, and it's somebody that's writing a journal. And I did mention this to you guys before, but I'm writing a journal. I'm writing a journal planner for the first time, because sometimes we just need that organization to stay focused, to stay like in line with what we're doing. So not only does ChatGPT keep me focused, I love that because it has the thought process, the person. It's almost like having a team that's helping you organizing your thoughts and creating impact and And it's giving you that option to just like to run with it. Like, it gives you, it's kind of like your assistant. There you go. It's your assistant. And I love that because, the ideas and things that I have, it keeps me in alignment. And, I just tell it to, okay, well, just give me the last couple of ideas we were working on. And even if like you type something in that was a long time ago, and then you're like, okay, where are we at now? So again, it's like having that conversation with your assistant. And so the daily planner comes into motion because I'm a visual person. So I absolutely love seeing like things that are happening in my world. So like I'll write things down and I know you guys, but I love stickers. So since I was a kid, I used to go through what Scholastic. Do you all remember Scholastic? I'm in the US, so like we had this company called Scholastic when we were kids, and we could order things from Scholastic. And one of the biggest things I used to do was order stickers. And so I love stickers. And in my journal, I have these stickers that I get to like put in, and it just like, some of it shows like a flight, like a little airplane, luggage, things like that. And it makes my heart so happy, you guys. I'm telling you. And that's another thing that you have to include in your process of making things happen for you. It has to carry emotion. So I'm going to share with you guys what's next because I visualized it, the emotions around it. It's exciting. And when you carry that emotion into what it is you're looking to do, it's the energy that you take with it. So understand that process. Okay. So I got to move down over here. So right here, you can see, and I hope you guys can see this, but you can see the Eiffel Tower. You can see, this is Venice, and Italy, and then you can see London. Okay, so I've always wanted to go to, let's just share. It was always Paris, Rome, and London. I had always wanted to go there. Now I know that this not a picture of Rome. I know that with the or it could be. I actually don't remember. But I shared this because this is what I put on my 2024 vision board. And I kept these three on to share with you guys. And the reason why is because I'm going there this year. This year, you guys, I am hitting these spots that I've almost only dreamed of going. I was supposed to go in 2020, but you all know how that happened. And building a business, like I had to really focus on the business, and I had to put travel aside. So it's finally happening. And at first, I was only going to Rome, and I was like, you know what? I can't just go to Rome and like be over there and be like, but Paris and London are just right there. If I'm flying all the way over there, I have to be able to be like, I want to go there too. Like, come on. And I was having a conversation today at my appointment, and I was talking to one of the ladies, and I just told her, I said, yeah, Paris was always a dream of mine, and London too, but Paris, just because of its beauty, and it's, I'm in love with love. I don't know if you know that, and so it's always been on my bucket list, and that was like the top priority one. And they were like, well, you're gonna be there, why don't you just go? And so I was just like, yeah, you know what, I just have to go. I do. So anyways, I had to share that with you guys. I hope you get just as excited to visit places the way I do, because when you bring that heart and that excitement, again, it's only going to help you manifest it quicker. Okay. Now, again, it took 2 years for me to make this happen. Remember, I put it on my vision board in 2024, and now 2026, it's finally happening. Technically, it happened last year, but we booked the stuff last year, and now it's happening this year. Make sense? So, it took me a year, right, to make it happen. So be very intentional about what you put on this vision board, because again, remember, I told you in my last episode, just in case I haven't mentioned it today, is I put this on my desktop, you guys. This is on my desktop. So when I open up my computer, this is what I see every single day. So when I see these, your brain starts to work into this process of helping you attract what it is that you want. But again, you have to be so intentional and worthy and feel the worth that you deserve this. Okay. So no matter how much, wherever you are at in your life, it still can happen. People are going through life manifesting things that they're able to make happen for free. So sometimes people are like, oh my goodness, I don't have the finances to do this. Granted, make a plan, like you can put $100 away a month, like make a plan, make it happen. And then there's people that just envision it and be like, I want to go. I know I'm going to do it. Somehow it's going to happen. And before you know it, they win a trip over there, whatever that may look like. Just be intentional about it. Put that focus, that vision in front of you every single day. And then be intentional about writing out the details, or have a ChatGPT list like I do with the details in there. So again, it's amazing. Okay. So let's go ahead and move forward. Let's go to the wealth part. And then I'm going to come back and end it with, not end it, but like go through spiritual and health. So I'm going to go to the wealth part. So wealth for me, like, you hear those sayings like in the past when you were growing up. Like I remember it was like, money doesn't grow on trees. And, I remember hearing like, the wealthy were greedy. Oh my goodness. There were so many bad, connotations of people who had money. And it was really bad because it's like, it doesn't mean like the most successful, rich people that I've ever met are the most generous, the most loving, and they literally want to make an impact. And so understand that if you're ever heard that, wealthy people are a certain way, again, granted, everyone's different, but I got to learn as a spiritual coach that it's not about how much they have, it's about who they are inside, right? And so to me, wealth has always been something of value that we get to share for others. Like, I've always wanted to accumulate wealth for my family, and to be able to travel with them, to be able to just enjoy life, But one of our biggest things was to travel together. And that's something that I've embedded in my son, that he wants to travel with me. I mean, he flew me out to New York already twice, and I'm grateful, So to have the opportunity to just see the world and do that with your family or friends, is a true blessing. So one of the things you guys put what you want, like people will be putting Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all these things. And I'm like, I just want a Lexus RX 350. Okay. Lexus out there, you want to sponsor this show? And I'll drive around that car. And I'm telling you, you guys, speak that out into what it is you want. Yes, I want to be able to have that as my car that I can drive around, to my meetings and to events and things like that. I've been looking at this car for the past, how long did I put that? I put that on a vision board probably before 2020. I know it was. And then I took it off my vision board. Don't know why, but it was just one of those, like, it was in a previous vision board, but I always said, you know what, one of these days I'm going to get that. And so this will be the year that I will make it happen. So I put it back on my vision board because I'm intentional about it. And yes, I do want it in that charcoal gray. So which car do you want? Put it on your vision board, make it happen. And then the one below it is I want to get a house. So I want to get a house. And one of the things that a lot of people don't know about me, I'm sure you do, is I love Disney. I love Disneyland. And I'm not too far from Anaheim. Well, I want to get a house that has a balcony, or even an apartment. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Or condo. I'll buy a condo and has a balcony that overlooks the fireworks to Disneyland. Seriously. It's not asking for much. And I don't even have to be right there. I just want to be able to see them. That's it. So even if I'm off in the distance, I'm okay with that. I just want that. That brings me joy. And yeah, so whatever brings you joy, what sparks happiness in you, make it happen. And then I put health is the best wealth, because it is true, you guys. In order for you to monetize and really go after what it is that you want in life, you got to work on your insides. So this is connected to Not only what you feed your body in food, but what you feed your mind with empowerment and inspiration. And so you really have to understand that health really is wealth. And, it's your opportunity to allow yourself to be at your best self by giving yourself the nutrients and the type of words and inspiration and empowerment that you need, and then being around those people that are intentional about, making it happen as well. They're speaking, success, they're speaking travels, health, spiritual. They're talking about all things that you want to focus on to elevate yourself as well. And so understand what it's all connected to, mind, body, spirit. And that leads me into this one right in the middle that says spiritual, right below spiritual. And you guys, there was a message I received from God not too long ago, and it just kind of blew me away. Okay. Now, I tell people this all the time. I'm like, I go, people may look at me weird because, they're like, what do you mean you speak to God and things like that? And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, he gives me downloads and everything. And so I was just like, okay, they're like they're quick downloads. And now I know you've heard the saying, mind, body, spirit. Okay. Mind, body, spirit connection, right? Well, he told me that mind, body, spirit is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And now, granted, there's probably a lot of people out there that know the same connection, but to me, it was new. And I was like, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, mind, body, spirit. And I was like, oh my goodness, wow, what a connection, right? And then I was like, okay, wow. And then he told me another thing. Now, in my process in my business, he shared something. And let me take this off really quick just so I can be real with you guys. Sorry, let me put this here. Or I can look at you. You can look in my eyes. But he shared something with me that was really impactful. And I had been saying for a long time that Jesus is love. I'm like, Jesus is love. That's literally all he wants to spread. And then he shared with me that we are all here to discover love. And the love is found within. And it's just like, okay, bear with me. And he's like, and then I'm like, okay, yes, like so many people can say, I love myself. I do this, I do that. And it's like, you guys, it goes deeper. It goes deeper because sometimes we don't realize that we're not giving ourselves the love that he created for us. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And it was so funny because I shared it with my accountability group and I was like, oh my goodness. Like I told him, I'm like, he told me it's almost like it felt as if he said he was a figment of our imagination, that he was bringing us to love. That was his sole purpose, was to bring us all to love, to the heart, to the center. And I'm not saying he's an imagination because I know that in history he is real, but I'm saying like it was just one of those things that he's just like, I am just guiding you to love. And I was like, wow. So if that had an impact on you, let me know. Send me a comment, send me a DM, whatever that may be. But I was blown away. Now, I'm sure you knew it's taken a long time for me to step out and share God's love with people because, growing up, I always thought, well, those are the Bible thumpers. I don't want to be preaching to people. But again, just understand that we all have an impact to make. We are all guided, in his image. And so I've just finally released and let go of my human life and gave it to God. So I'm like, all right, God, I'm not trying to figure this all out. You take it. You take the wheel. So he's like, okay. But I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times I'm still like tugging at him, like, what? And yeah, so just know you're going to be doing the same thing when you're ready to let go and let God. But it's okay. It comes with so much love and so many blessings. You guys, so many blessings. And if you're waiting for those blessings, I'm telling you to let go. Stop trying to control your human life. Okay. Jump into the word, do what you can. And I'm actually starting Bible study next Monday. So you guys DM me if you want to be part of that. It's going to be very impactful. So, and that is obviously free to join. Join me. You know what I mean? Join us. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back in. I want to go ahead and share more. Okay. So here we go. All right. So this is why the heart center here was so important for me to share, you guys, because, I have no idea what is going on with my throat. Give me 1 second. What is happening? I'm telling you, sorry about that. Okay. So this heart-centered one was definitely one God connected me to. And I was like, I had to share with you guys, had to share with the audience. All right. And then we're going to go upwards. So upwards above spiritual is a bunch of women. And this is workshops for me. So with a self-love mastermind, not only are we going to do virtual workshops, but we're going to do in-person workshops because I think it's more powerful in person. But again, I want women and men to join from all over the world, which is why I'm doing the virtual ones as well. So make sure that you stay connected with that. And I forgot to download the link, but ultimately it's Francina Yala / self-love mastermind. And so I want to make sure that you have that. Let me go ahead and drop it in here, but it's super simple and I'm going to share it at the end. Okay. So I just want to make sure I put it there. Okay, perfect. I'll just do it now. francinayala.com / self-love mastermind. So make sure you join me there for any upcoming, actually our next one is January 31st. So join us there. Okay. So moving over to the left. So you guys see the woman skiing. I kept that there from the last one as well because my goal is to get back on skis. I used to be a skier, but for some reason I got inflammation in my legs. Didn't even realize it was that. And so I'm doing an anti-inflammation free eating. And so it just includes exactly the picture to the left, a lot of greens, fruits, and different types of foods that's just more healthy, like Mediterranean type of food, with your chicken and your, alfalfa, broccoli, all that good stuff that's, meant for the good stuff you give your body. So I really got to do this cleanse of just getting rid of like the yuck that's in my body. And I'm working towards a 3-day fast. So 3-day fast, if you've never done it, oh, you guys, it is so good for your body and spiritual. You get to connect on such a level with God. It is transformational. So if that's something you want for your new year, highly recommend DM me if you have any questions. I thought I wouldn't survive because I'm a foodie girl. So I love eating food. And I was like, I'm going to get a headache. How do I do this? How do I do that? And it's not going to work for me, blah, blah, blah. I promise you it will. You got to just stay focused. I want to say, a gallon or 2 gallons of water every day that I did it. So I calculated like 8 water bottles a day that I was drinking, I want to say. So like 8 of the like regular water bottles, just to kind of give you a visual. And I did that for 3 days. And yep, connected to God on such a level, cleaned out my system, but sometimes, bad habits revert themselves. And so make sure you start fresh again. Okay. So I'm working into that for my next one. Okay. So below that, the little ski lady is walking. Walking is so powerful. Today I woke up, you guys, extremely tired. Now, again, remember what you say comes out of your mouth, like, I'm so tired, I'm so this, or I'm so that. Your brain will tell you, yes, you are. Of course you are. I got it. It really programs whatever you tell it is what it set is what it embodies. So remember to tell it you're smart, you're healthy, you're happy, you're full of love. You're love actually. Tell everyone you're love. I'm love. That's what I project. Love, love, love. Love, 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 love. Okay? Remember, stop telling it you're tired, you're one of the worst, not worst, but one of the bad ones I always say. I say it jokingly, but your body doesn't know any different. I know that. I know that. And so I need to be more aware of no matter whether it's a joke or not, your body doesn't know the difference. Your mind doesn't know the difference. I always say I'm a hot mess. And that's only because I'm on the go, go, go. And so, like sometimes I'm like, I'm a hot mess, so and maybe it could be a good thing. I'm a hot mess. Like, hey, like sexy hot mess, except mine meant the other one. So again, be courteous, be loving to yourself, and say only positive things, words of affirmation to yourself. Okay. All right. So we have the walking, right? Walking, as I was saying, I got up really tired today and I said, you know what? No, like, how many times have you felt like that? And I'm like, and I was just in a poopy mood. I think it might be the hormones, but I'm not going to let that get the best of me. So I went on a 30-minute walk. Okay. Super simple. Went to the gym, hopped on a treadmill, 30-minute walk. I listened to a podcast while I was doing that. Perfect. Did it change my mood right away? Nope. But it did an hour later. So know that it's like, again, going through the motions of making it happen. You guys got to make it happen. Okay. All right. And then we're going over to the food. You guys see the food. Of course, it's all your good eats, making sure that you're living a healthy lifestyle. It's only going to propel you to have, your mind in order. Because one thing about me is I've noticed if I eat too much sugar, if I eat too much junk food, my brain just does not do well. It doesn't do well with like focus. It doesn't do well with like keeping on track. So if things are just off, I'm like, okay, no, you know what? It's what I'm eating. And so I already know, like, it's okay to kind of have like one of those every now and then, like a bad day or whatever. Just don't make it every day. Don't make it a habit. And so I've really changed the way I feed myself and show up for the best version of myself. And I know what foods give myself energy and my brain focus, right? Versus what doesn't. So you get to learn that along the way as you go. Okay. And then of course, the last one above it is the podcast. So one of the things I had, because I have meetings with our network from the show, and one of my friends had mentioned, I call them friends because, they're near and dear to my heart as you grow with them, is she had mentioned that, is my show on Apple? Is it on Spotify? And I didn't even think about that. And I was like, because I can make it like a podcast. And I was like, you know what? I'm definitely going to look into it this year because right now my show is streaming live. So it streams live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and of course the E360 TV show. So, how can I get it out to a broader audience by doing just like the audio portion of it? So guess what? My team and I are going to be working on that for 2026. And, just being intentional about everything that we're doing and being really fluid with the actions that we're taking, right? And you guys, if you didn't take advantage already, I want to share that I gave you guys a free download for your goals. Just go to my website, francinayala.com, and you guys are going to get a free downloadable goals worksheet. And that one is for your 2026. So be intentional about writing it out. Be intentional about, putting your goals out there and writing them down and seeing them and looking at them, because there's areas there that are going to break down, what your income is per month or what you want your income to be. And then so that you can start making the plans to make it happen. Okay. So make sure you head on over to my website, grab those goodies, download that worksheet, for free. It's completely available for you to do so. And I just want to make sure that you guys are showing up for success, in the new year. And I'm here for it. I want to be able to celebrate you. Make sure you are sharing your wins. Make sure you're tagging me like, hey, I saw this show that you talked about your vision board, or that you shared your goals and things like that. Whatever that may be, like, let me know what you're doing to make changes and excel in 2026. So whether that be in life, relationships, careers, and I'm going to be making some big moves this year, you guys. So I would love for us to do that together, to grow together. I've always been about that. So know that you were meant for more. You're meant to make an impact. That's what God put us here for. It's like he wanted us to find the love within so that we can be the love for others. So it's really all about, like, have you ever seen that image where it's like the arm reaching out to help someone? So it's literally that. You'll see it like one after another, after another. Everybody is reaching to help one another. Okay. Not a lot of people in this world have had it, good in their lives, so sometimes they just need to be shown that extra love. Okay. So of course, that way, the way I'm looking at the camera this way, you're going to see an option to subscribe to my newsletter that I'm going to be sending out, and also a blog. So make sure that you go ahead and subscribe. And I can't wait for you guys to be able to show up in this season of growth and opportunity and excitement. I mean, I want to see you thrive in 2026. So I hope that was beneficial for you guys. Again, I wanted to share something of personal value that I've put together in my vision board. And I wanted to show you the impact of how it, things have happened throughout my life. So granted, like, can I just ask you a question? Can I ask you this really quick? And be truthful. If you, let's say you put down a goal. Let's say you want to go to Greece. You're like, Greece is a place I've always wanted to travel to. Let me ask you this. If you put it on your vision board, and if it doesn't happen this year, next year, the year after, but if it happens in 5 years from now, will you still be grateful that you put it on your vision board? I'm just wondering. Let me know. I mean, I know I would. It's something that would be very impactful. I've been like, I put this on my vision board like 5 years ago and it's happening. So it doesn't matter when, just start now. Just show up. Show up with love and intention and gratitude that it's going to all come together. You're going to receive those blessings because you are truly worth it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining again on another episode of You Are Meant for More. I'm going to close it out a little bit early. Thank you for staying with me. And it was just because I want you to turn around and go and make your vision board happen. It's super easy. I did mine on Canva. If you didn't know already, actually, let me show this really quick before I close you guys out. I want to make sure that you can see how easy it was. I did show a little bit of how it worked last time, but let me go ahead and do that and then share my screen one more time. All right, there. Here we go. Okay. So this is how simple it is. There we go. Okay. So I did show a little bit of it last time. So like literally all you have to do is just, if you want to delete this one, see, I had this one I had this one previously, but it's like, all you got to do is like, go here and what is it that you want? I typed in workshops because that's what I'm focused on this year for the workshops. Originally I had chosen that one, but I was like, no, that's too like corporate. I don't want that type of workshop. I wanted something more with connection. And that's why this one was chosen. So like, you can literally just go to photos over here, do workshops, and create it however you want. Like there was no specific like, layout. I just started putting things together when I did this. And then of course I wanted these areas of my life, whatever area of your life you're focusing on, whether it's business, you can even put relationships here. I had put, what did I put on my last one? I had put something like, oh, is it not showing? Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not sure why it's not showing. That's weird. Okay. Well, you know what? It's fine. We're just going to finish that off. But ultimately, go ahead and check out Canva. Canva is an area that you can do that from. So I'm not sure what glitched in Canva or it's not letting me show anymore, but that's fine. I'm not even going to worry about it. But it's simple. It's just you grabbing pictures, putting them together, and then just like if the photos aren't showing up in Canva that you can literally download from and then put it on your board, just go to Google, and ask it for pictures. Like the one recent was the one that for the Lexus one. Canva didn't have a good image of what the car that I wanted, the SUV I wanted. So I went into Google and I just typed in Lexus 350 charcoal gray. Beautiful one came up. I was like, yes. I was like, you're mine. So again, work on it, love on what you're doing and make it happen. You guys are truly worth it. Okay. So that is it for my show. Again, thank you for being here. Next week, we'll have a new topic and a new segment for Amplify Your Voice. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm getting a lot of great responses around it. And remember, we're doing the Self-Love Mastermind on January 31st of this month because we're doing it monthly. And let me just double check. Yes, it's a Saturday, January 31st, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. PST. And you guys, I'm going to have a beta offer. And what that means is I want people to be able to experience real huge transformation and pay half the cost of this 12-week workshop. So the workshop that you guys are going to be part of here is the three-hour, one-day workshop. But what happens is I'm going to then upsell the other workshop to all of my guests. And if you want to be part of that at the beta price, definitely let me know because it's going to be half the cost. And I'm just saying. And a beta is just meaning like I want you guys to try it out for 12 weeks and you're going to get the lower cost versus the regular cost that it's going to be. Okay. So I am excited to be able to bring you guys in and share this amazing workshop with you. And I just can't wait to see the impact that it's going to have. So, all right, you guys, remember, you are making an impact. You are meant to be someone who is spreading the good news, is loving on people, and showing them that they're worth more than they believe. Okay. So I am Francine, your host. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to send me your DMs. Let me know in the chat how the show was, how it's going to impact you, and what difference you're going to make and the actions you're going to take. Okay. So until next week, go out there, be blessed, love on people, and know that you are meant for more. Take care. Okay, you guys have a good one. Bye.